Here's counter steering for you. Right curve, I'm just pushing super gentle on my right hand grip. Such a mild curve. It's almost instinctual. You almost don't have to put any inputs into the bike. The bike just kind of wants to do it itself. Amazing machines that we all take for granted. So another one here. Notice I'm going straight. Now I just want to navigate this curve. I'm just gently pushing a little forward pressure on my right hand grip. And notice I'm able to just come around there. Now if I wanted to dodge a little pothole or something, push a little more pressure. I can push and then I can ease up on the pressure to straighten up. I can pull it towards me to drift over to the left side. Watch some of these bumps. But with very mild, easy curves like this, left and right, the input you need is super minimal. Let's see if I could even navigate this one without even touching my bars. Try and just hold my throttle steady. Look at this. See, I can counter steer. Watch over that big bump. Ooh. I can counter steer with just index finger and a thumb. You can see what the bike's doing. You can change lanes. So same thing here. Watch the counter steering. I'll try to keep my camera kind of angled down for you. Just notice what. I'll just use the one hand. I'll try to do the 2-finger method here unless there's a big bump. But notice the bike is going to follow the road here. I'm putting very minimal, effortless input into this thing. And I can get this bike to navigate these curves, right? If they are more intense, aggressive curves, I could definitely get down and push my handlebars and counter steer all over the place, go where I need to go. But for these mellow things like this, I'm doing about 40 miles an hour. I'm just trying to hold my throttle steady. Another one there. And I'm able to just navigate down the road without any issue with just minor push and pulls on this hand grip, almost non-existent, right? Almost cognitive, intuitive, without any physical effort or input. It's almost like you're Magneto and you're, you know, just mind controlling the metal and shit, man. Fluffy dog. But yeah, notice still just the index finger and thumb, navigating around the curve, trying to hold the throttle mostly steady. Lots of little bikes out today. So there's a nice little curve to the left and then the right at the bottom of this hill. Kind of like a little snaky snake. So we'll touch on some counter steering again for the non-believers. I want to say I'm in 3rd or 4th gear, doing 40 miles an hour right now. You can see the curve approaching up ahead. Sign says 30 is a good range. Okay. So I'm reducing my speed just a little, setting myself up. Now watch my hand. I'm actually pulling the bar towards me a little bit. The bike's leaning into the left. Now watch this same right hand to make it to the right here. I'm just pushing forward ever so slightly. Notice I can maintain that line, come right through the curve, right? So push, pull to make it through there. Or ideally, if I had both hands on my bars like I'm supposed to, I would push either way, right? So I'd push to make the left turn first, and once I'm around it, I'd push to make the right turn. But same can be achieved when it's super mellow and easy, just by using that one hand, push and pull. Very minimal, not much happening. Little head check before you change lanes. You can watch some counter steering here on this turn. I'm going to downshift ahead of time. I'm going to position myself over here. So even on these curves that look a little gnarly, like watch my counter steering, what it involves. I'm going to hold my speed steady. Look, I'm pointing my nose through the turn, but look at my hands. I have the one hand. Alright, it's so easy. Now watch this way. I'm going to try to do the 2-finger method for you again, so hopefully you're catching my hand down there as well as I'm kind of pointing my nose through here. That's it. There's counter steering, right? Now a little more aggressive version is pushing forward, causing the bike to weave from one side of the lane to the other, right? So now the same thing I was just doing through those curves, this is how much input I was giving the bike, right? compared to this, all the way from one side to the other. Pretty amazing. Like, no road is truly super straight, right? Every road, like this one, even has some kind of curvature left and right as it's snaking along. It mostly looks straight, but even right here, it's kind of a curve to the right over this bump. So this requires just a tiny touch of countersteering, right? To push, to navigate, to weave the bike over. Now when a road is just running straight, I'm kind of bored on it. So that's when I'm pushing on my handlebars and I'm weaving the bike around, just to play around a little bit and have some fun with your pushing, with your countersteering, even though you're mostly going straight, right? Now if you're riding through the canyons and the twisties and the road was actually snaking back and forth, then that's what most bikers are seeking, is that those types of roads, those types of twisties, that type of fun stuff. Shoot, shoot.